covered a lot of ground in the past couple weeks. Now it's paving. We're going to put everything together into the kata. Remember the kata? Thunder meets earth. That's the name. A little bit of history here. The kata is an iron crane gun fu kata. It comes from our style, which is gun fu, and it comes from our school in Tacoma, Washington, which is the Iron Crane School. We want you, as a courtesy to us, if you do learn this kata, to respect its heritage, to let people know where it came from originally. You know, we'd be very disappointed if we found out that someone else was doing this kata and indicating to people that they had created it. We're happy to share this with you, and we encourage you to add your own little special touches to the kata. Nothing would honor us more than to go to a tournament and to see somebody doing a kata that used this as its structure or as its foundation and won or placed in the tournament. We'd be proud that you had done that. So keep that in mind. We all like to be recognized for what we do, and it also encourages us to produce more instructional videos in the future. Now, with respect to this kata and integrating it into a final form, recall each of the building blocks. The first building block was a single sinawali with 2 sticks. The second building block was a double sinawali, the 6-beat pattern. Next came the flow drill. Okay? That's essentially all the building blocks of the kata, but you have to string it together in such a way that it tells a story that you can present it to an audience or to the public so that it looks like what it's supposed to be, a genuine fight, that you're fighting for your life against a skilled opponent, and that it's interesting to perceive and behold. And in effect, you know, when we talk about the building blocks, we might say there's only 4 or 5 building blocks to the kata, but it's how you execute them that makes it spectacular. And these building blocks, each on their own, requires time, diligence, and commitment on your part to master. So let's construct the kata right now. We'll go through it in slow form. The bow, whatever your school's bow is fine by us. We have our bow. Ready? Ready? And then we go immediately to a fighting position. Now, all of our stick kata are fluid kata. You can move. You don't have to start from a stationary position. You can move, and if you feel that it adds to your presentation, then you should move. Or if you feel being still adds to your presentation, then you should be still. Or if one person wants to move, the other person's still, that's fine too. Remember, we want you to personalize this kata to suit your skill and your presentation. Now remember what we said before, that one of us has to be tori and one of us has to be uke. Whoever tori is the person who initiates the attack. So for example, if Sensei Ralph is tori, and he comes forward, first strike. If I'm tori, see we're moving, he knows I'm tori, so he knows I'm going to do the first strike no matter what, because I have to initiate the kata. I'm tori. So we can move around all day long. The audience doesn't have to know what the deal is. And we can do some fancy stuff, but he knows that I have to do the strike. So remember, one person is tori, one person is uke. Always, otherwise you'll have an accident. Also remember, safety goggles. Now, the first part of the kata. Single sinawali with 2 sticks, going to do 2 cycles of 8 beats. After that, you're going to do 2 cycles of the 6-beat double sinawali, and then you're going to return to 2 cycles of single sinawali with 2 sticks, which is 8 beats in each cycle. So you will have 8 beats, 8 beats, 6 beats, 6 beats, 8 beats, and 8 beats, except the very last 8 beats will be cut by 1 so that you can break away. You'll see what I mean in just a second. Okay, we're going to do this slow for you. Count with us. We'll count out all the beats so you know exactly what we're talking about. Okay, Sensei Ralph will be tori for purposes of starting the presentation. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now transitioning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Transitioning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now instead of an eighth beat here, you've got to disengage so that you can go to the middle section of the kata. So you do a little spin out, which is called redondo, and then you break out. That's the first portion of the kata. You go from there to the middle section, which is the flow drill with 2 sticks. Now we're going to go back up to that part of the kata in just a second. But what will happen is, he's Torei. So he will have to initiate the flow drill middle section, because Torei always initiates. Okay, so we're going to, just as a demonstration, doing the middle section, the flow drill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how that works? Now we're going to go back to the beginning of the kata and end at the conclusion of the flow drill. Ready? Sensei Ralph is Torei. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Transition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Transition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and break out. He's Torei. He has to initiate the first move for the middle section, the flow section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, watch what happens here. We're going to go to the last section of the kata, which repeats the whole first section of the kata. But before we start, he adds 1 strike in here, which is a transition strike, and he adds it in right here. Okay? There's no beat for that. Then we go back to the single sinawali with 2 sticks, and we end it with the same sequence that we started it with. Observe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Transition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Transition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's no 8th beat there. And you end in your fighting position. Final move is bowing to your partner. That's the kata. Thunder meets earth. You should mark this section on your tape. Go back and play the beginning again so that you understand the sequence and the count of the pattern. When you practice with your partner, one of the partners should count for both at all times until you're completely comfortable with it. In fact, in our group, any of the students who know the kata can interchange with any of the other students. As time goes by, you become so fluid at the kata that it just becomes part of your natural movement, and in fact there's no longer any count. Okay, we want to thank you for joining us this past several weeks. We want you to know that we're proud of you, and we know that you can do this. Okay, so don't be frustrated and don't think that it's something you can't accomplish, because we know that you can do this. Every one of us has started out just like you have, and if you have the same diligence and discipline and commitment that we've had to move forward and to make yourself a better person and a better martial artist, this kata will one day be yours. Okay, once again, Sensei Bill McCabe thanking you for working with us this past several weeks. If I ever get a chance to meet you, please feel free to drop up to me and say hello. Thank you.